Ever wondered how the people before us were surviving? What they built? What they growed? In this video, Unveil travels back in time as far as possible to detect the earliest civilizations on our planet. And when you start looking billions of years into the past, some strange stuff starts happening. This is Unveiled, giving you incredible answers to extraordinary questions if you are curious to know about the facts. What are things we still don't know about past and you love to study about the oldest civilizations that still exist. Have you ever wondered which civilization is the oldest one still existing today? In this video we will take a journey through time to explore the origins of human civilization and discover the oldest civilization that still exists today. If humanity were to end today, for how long would evidence of us having been here remain? Our massive buildings and cities would last for a while, but, given enough time, even they would eventually disappear and crumble away into nothingness. Could it be possible, then, that there are undiscovered civilizations lost to history from our point of view, as well? This is Unveiled, and today we're uncovering the extraordinary traces of ancient civilizations on planet Earth. The question of which civilization is considered the oldest one still existing today has different answers depending on the criteria used. Here are some of the oldest civilizations in the world according to various sources. Mesopotamia, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, was located in the region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, modern-day Iraq and parts of Syria, Turkey, and Iran. It emerged around 3500 BCE and consisted of several city-states, including Sumer, Akkad, Babylon, and Assyria. Famous inventions. Cuneiform writing, one of the earliest known writing systems. Wheel, used for transportation and pottery making. Unique features. Ziggurats, towering step temples dedicated to various deities. Advanced irrigation systems for agriculture. Weird and bizarre practices. Divination rituals involved observing the movements of oil and water, interpreting patterns as messages from the gods. The Kispa ritual, where food and drink were offered to deceased ancestors through clay figurines, ensuring their well-being in the afterlife. End of civilization. The Mesopotamian civilization faced a series of invasions and conquests by various groups, including the Persians and the Assyrians. The city of Babylon was conquered by the Achaemenid Empire around 539 BCE, marking the decline of Mesopotamia's political autonomy. The Norte Chico civilization, also called the Caral Soup civilization, is one of the oldest known complex societies in the Americas. It flourished in what is now Peru around 3500 to 1800 BCE. Famous inventions. Complex irrigation systems for agriculture. Quipu, a system of knotted cords used for record keeping. Unique features. One of the earliest known urban civilizations in the Americas. Complex irrigation systems for agriculture and managing water resources. Weird and bizarre practices. Ceremonial offerings of marine shells, suggesting connections to distant regions and trade networks. Ritualistic consumption of a hallucinogenic cactus called San Pedro, possibly for spiritual purposes. End of civilization. The decline of the Norte Chico civilization is still a subject of research and debate. Factors such as environmental changes, resource depletion, or social shifts could have contributed to its decline around 1800 BCE. Ancient Egypt developed along the Nile River around 3100 BCE and lasted for thousands of years. Known for its pyramids, hieroglyphics, and cultural practices, Egypt was ruled by pharaohs. It thrived due to the Nile's fertile soil, which allowed for agriculture, and it contributed to monumental architecture, medicine, mathematics, and religious practices. Unique features. Construction of massive pyramids and intricate tombs for pharaohs and elites. Hieroglyphics, a system of writing using symbols and pictorial characters. Weird and bizarre practices. Opening of the mouth ritual during mummification, involving touching the mummy with various tools and objects to restore senses and functions in the afterlife. The ritual of the heavenly cow, a symbolic ceremony involving the pharaoh and a cow representing the sky goddess Nut. Famous inventions. Papyrus, an early form of paper made from plant fibers. End of civilization. Ancient Egypt experienced multiple periods of decline and conquest. The civilization's end is often associated with the conquest of Alexander the Great in 332 BCE and subsequent rule by various foreign powers, including the Romans. The Indus Valley Civilization existed around 3300 to 1300 BCE. What is now Pakistan and northwest India? Notable for its well-planned cities, like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, advanced drainage systems, and symbols that remain undeciphered, it had a thriving economy based on trade and agriculture. Unique features: advanced urban planning with grid-like streets and sewage systems. Use of standardized weights and measures for trade. Weird and bizarre practices. Figurines depicting human-like creatures with exaggerated features, possibly associated with fertility or ritual practices. Ritual bathing areas called great baths in cities like Mohenjo-daro, possibly used for purification ceremonies. Famous inventions. Indus script, or writing system that remains undeciphered. Highly skilled pottery and metallurgy. End of civilization. The decline of the Indus Valley Civilization is not fully understood. Factors such as climate change, shifts in river patterns, or socio-economic changes could have contributed. The civilization's major cities were gradually abandoned around 1900 BCE. Ancient China emerged along the Yellow River, Huanghe, around 2070 BCE. It developed complex social and political structures, including the dynastic system. Unique features: invention of paper, printing techniques, and the compass. Development of Confucianism, Taoism, and other philosophical and spiritual systems. Weird and bizarre practices. Ghost marriages, where a living person is married to a deceased individual to ensure a peaceful afterlife for the departed. Feng Shui practices, arranging living spaces and cities in harmony with the flow of energy, qi, to promote well-being. Famous inventions. Papermaking and printing techniques. Compass for navigation. Gunpowder and fireworks. End of civilization. Chinese history is marked by numerous dynastic changes and periods of unity and fragmentation. The end of specific dynasties and eras often resulted from political instability, invasions, or internal conflicts. As we keep finding out more about our history, we can be inspired by how smart and creative our ancestors were, and try to build a better future for ourselves and future generations by understanding of our place in the world and the legacy we will leave behind. So stay tuned for this kind of amazing and interesting facts and events happened in past.